Okay, so earlier I went through the trouble of putting the lantern portion of the LightZord. This is the Japanese LightZord, not the American one. All the other toys aside from the LightZord are from the American set. So earlier I put the lantern portion of the LightZord on top of the BullZord Chariot. Now in doing so, this means that where the cannon would normally go, shown here, the cannon can fit where the lantern is sitting, but they're both arguing for the same spot. So what I'm going to do is that because the lantern is sitting comfortably here, I'm going to actually take this cannon apart. Now, where will I attach him? Okay, well, to begin with, I'm going to attach some of the parts of this cannon to this Claw Armor Megazord that was assembled earlier. Now, if you remember, earlier I took the Claw Armor Megazord and equipped it with a Shark Sword and the LightZord's lance. The same LightZord where the lantern was fitting on top of the BullZord. Tips over, yes, that happens. That's okay, I'm about to take it apart. So, you might say, alright, you want to take apart this battle cannon here, but where will you put it? Well, good question. I'm glad you asked. There are actually spots for the Zords of the battle cannon, and I'm about to show you where. If you turn the Claw Armor Megazord around, there is an orange spot here. There's another orange spot here. So, in theory, we can take, that means 2 parts of the battle cannon can fit on the left and right sides. Now, if we lift this part up a little bit and this part up a little bit, we can lift this piece out. We get a 3rd spot here. We can attach more of the cannon literally to the back of the Claw Armor Megazord. So that's what I'm going to do. Now, to start off, this piece that I just removed, I'm going to attach it somewhere else. Let me show you. Now, this spot here can attach to this spot here. This provides for a side shield, per se, to the sword. And that's what we're going to do. Whoops. Maybe I have to attach it downwards. There we go. Now, one thing to keep in mind is that with this piece attached, the sword has just gotten heavier, and I can immediately notice it. So I'm going to put this down a little bit. The weight is leaning a little bit forward, so the weight of this Zord is uneven. Keep in mind that I'm combining some of the toys in a manner that was not originally intended by Bandai, so the balance might be a little bit off. But when I'm done with the combination, the balance will actually be back. So don't worry, it's going to tip forward a little bit, but that's alright. So it's tipping forward a bit, but that's okay because I want to focus on these hinges here. Whoops, this came off. So to start with, I'm going to take off this swordfish. This is a swordfish. I'm going to take off the beetle. And I'm going to start attaching them. Well, first let me at least keep the decoration on. I'm going to attach okay, I don't have a lot of room, so I'm going to compensate a little bit for the room. I'm going to create some room. The way I'm going to create some room is by moving down. I'm going to move down. For the moment, I'm just going to move these all the way down. And this will allow me to move these two tentacle pieces further over. And the purpose behind it is to create more room. I'm not going to keep it that way, I'm just doing it now to fit some more pieces on. We'll start with the swordfish. Fits on. Now for the beetle, which is going to fit on here. Very good. Now, of what is left, I'm going to take off the octopus head. This big portion here I'm going to fit on top. So oops, it's popping off. A little bit of a wrestling game here. Oh, whoops. Well, whoops. I'll keep it like this for now. We are primarily looking at this thing at the front. So we're going to move these two pieces up, and let's move these two pieces upward like this. Okay. It is leaning a bit forward due to the fact that it's a bit top heavy, but I'm not too worried about that. I'm able to maintain some relative balance, which is impressive. And I'm going to pause the video here.